Okay, August 2023, we're here already, so grab your pen, grab your pencil, grab your paper, and let's chat. This month is huge, and I say that in many aspects because we're going to have 6 planets retrograde. We are having 2 super full moons, which means we have a blue moon to end the month, but we're starting the month with a super full moon as well. And we also have all this Venus and Leo and Mercury retrograde joining the crew. It is a mashup. Mind you, we have Venus star point shifting gears too. So let's mark some dates that are going to be super important for this month. Okay, on the 1st, we have the first of 2 full moons, super full moons of the month. And this one is in Aquarius on the 1st. This one is going to be, I almost want to say like the starting point of a culmination of the 2 full moons because they're kind of connected but not. So 6 months ago in January, we had the new moon in Aquarius, and anything that was kind of started around then, so your New Year's resolution or new dreams and goals, or like I'm doing this for the collective, because Aquarius is for the collective, right? Like for the people. And there's something coming to completion with it. It's also the very smart philosopher. So if you've been learning something, there could be like a completion of, it's different for everybody, but in general, like Aquarian themes, it's learning something or helping the general public. It's very large and in charge, right? Such good people. And the whole finality of it, I feel like will be more so at the 2nd full moon, the blue moon, the super full blue moon on the 30th/31st, depending on where you're located in the world. So check and see what timeline that is for you. But I feel like you're going to see more of a completion by the time we hit the end of the month. Okay, so make sure you mark the 1st and the 30th/31st down, because those are the 2 full moons. And also the second one, we'll get into it in a minute, but it's in Pisces. So I'll tell you what that means. So before we float to the end of the month, let's talk about what happens in between. So we're having this startup of, the full moon in Aquarius, super full moon, and we're starting that completion cycle. You're seeing the themes that are, finishing up, and it can't go any further. And then on the 4th, we have Mercury going into the shadow period before it goes retrograde later on this month. Now, you're going to start feeling everything start slowing down. So why do I say that as an important date? Because if you have little details that need to be done, finished, completed, written down, you have travel coming up, if you need car work done, do it now. Get it lined up. Take care of you. It's all about health, because this Mercury retrograde is in the sign of Virgo. And it's all about your well-being. It's all about health. And there's some really other funky transits when Mercury goes retrograde that your health should be number 1 regardless. But mark down the 4th for now. Okay, on the 9th, we have Venus squaring Uranus. Now, why am I telling you this is important? Well, a couple different things. I feel like it's really important that what comes up needs to be addressed or written down or looked into further. There's going to be surprises, right? So Uranus is that awakener. So things that have been hidden from you can come to light, and you go, wait, I need to deal with this. I never heard that before. Like, things will surprise you, right? And it opens your eyes. So things that have been hidden come to light. Information from relationships will come to light. All of a sudden, your best friends, they tell you they're getting divorced. You never saw it coming. Things like that can happen. Or a long-time secret can come out. It's really popular now for this month with the the actors and actresses, singers, the entertainment industry really, of secrets coming out in that aspect too, because Leo is all about the performer. So it should be very interesting to see how this really shows up in a collective way. And again, it's around the 9th, but I think it's like it'll continue going as well. But that's the starting point where this conjunction happens, or the square, I'm sorry. So really don't react. Sit with information if you are surprised. So this is all for your benefit, right? You know, astrology helps you so you can be prepared, right? Just for anything that could happen. But these are big themes this month, okay? On the 13th, we have Venus and the Sun aligning. So the star point, the Venus star point is actually shifting. So this means it's a restart. Yes, that's right, a restart in relationships. And it happens every 4 to 8 years. So the last time it switched signs was in 2015. So Venus themes that have been happening since 2015 are going to be shifting. So we're going from an evening star to a morning star. That's right. So it's new Venus stories happening for everybody. So this should be a really exciting point, I think, collectively. Plus we're in the middle of Venus retrograde in Leo, so those themes that are coming up that are like, you've never dealt with this, even if that happened 20 years ago, it's going to be very in your face. So you might be hearing back from more people from the past, but it's time to see these themes that you haven't released or that they haven't released and find that point of separation, right? The healing aspect. Take advantage. Okay, on the 16th, we have the new moon in Leo happening at 23 degrees. This is amazing. We still had the Venus star point just shifting from the evening star to the morning star, and then also this new moon in Leo in the middle of this Venus retrograde in Leo. It's so potent, and it's really igniting your passions, and you can go, gosh, I'm really into that. It's joy, it's your relationships, it's what brings you excitement, right? What brings you that passion? What sparks your interest? That is what I think most people are going to be kind of starting up around this time. So it's a great shift. Now, again, we have all these retrogrades, and we have more planets going retrograde in just a hot second. So it's not really time to just go full force. It's time to really think about it, and especially with vision boards this month, if you can start it at the first of the month with that full moon, super moon in Aquarius, that's a great time to start manifesting. But also anytime between the 1st through, I would say, that the 16th, 17th, 18th, get that vision board going. What really lights your fire? What drives you? What gets you out of bed in the morning? What is your why? And that's kind of something that you can take with you as we move forward for the rest of the year, because September is a madhouse. Right? I'm like, I don't know how to put that. Okay, so the 23rd. Now, what I think is funny is the 23rd has two big things happening, but also it's the 23rd degree on the 16th of the new moon in Leo. So there's all this 23 energy, right? So it's a 5, which is change. It's just abrupt change, right? And so numerology really comes in strong for me on this one, because the 23rd is when Virgo season starts. But not only that, we have the Virgo Mercury retrograde truly beginning. Now, I find this to be super important, because if you're not focused on your health, you're going to need to get your health #1 priority. And I keep saying it right throughout this video, because there is such a change in September. like around the 22nd, give or take 3 to 5 days before or after in September, that big things are happening largely, collectively. And if you don't have your health in order, you're truly going to wish you did. And I don't know what is coming, but I know it affects health in some aspect. So the fact that it's Virgo season, we have Mercury going retrograde the day Virgo season starts. That means Virgo season is literally Mercury retrograde. So really focus on what you need. It's not a time for procedures. It is not a time for any of that. But if there's little things you can do to do preventative care, or if there's this little nagging thing that you need to get done and you've been putting off, go do it. If you can do it before the 23rd, even better. But again, we have Venus retrograde. So cosmetic procedures, no. Like nix it until we get to the end of September into October. But at that point, I feel like it's not going to be the time to shine with that either. So any surgeries you're thinking about getting, especially facial surgeries, don't do it or put it off. If you have to do it, double check everything, make sure you trust your doctor, there's no complications that can come in, all this stuff. Yeah, I'm not trying to scare you. It's just not supported in the universe right now by any means. So when Mercury goes retrograde as well in Virgo, it affects the earth signs the most. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, you're going to be feeling this so much so. And of course Gemini, because it's the ruler is Mercury. So it's really a time to slow down, but also themes of routine and getting the details done, and your well-being, not so much wealth related, but I mean, they do like their money because you can make money that way. It's in the job zone. But really get organized. What can you do to be more productive in your day? How can you find a healthy routine that you can move forward with, not just temporarily, right? Like this is long term. So this is thinking about it, reflecting, reviewing. We're slowing down. So even if you're like, oh, I'm going to get on this really big kick of exercise, is that really great for your body? Like, listen to your intuition, but don't go from 0 to 100 and think your body's going to keep up with you. It's just not. So ease into things, right? Slow and steady wins a race. In Virgo season, in Mercury retrograde, and all the other retrogrades happening, we're going to have 6 total retrograding planets for a while. Especially in the month of August. So slow your roll. Don't try doing something that's just not easy on you, okay? So just be prepared. We're almost done, I swear. 2 more things. So the next date to mark is the 28th. I almost said 26th. So the 28th is when Uranus joins the retrograding planets, and that's where all 6 retrograding planets come into play. So what is this all about? Well, it's the Great Awakener. Uranus is going to awaken. It is going to show us what has been hidden. I kind of brought it up at the beginning of the month. And the fact that it's going retrograde, it's slowing down. So don't rush into new things. You're going to be seeing things a lot more clearly, right? And it's the change maker. So things that have been kind of cloudy, you're like, oh, I don't know why I'm just not going full force on this. You're going to see why. And this is retrograde for 5 months, this Uranus retrograde. So you have a lot of time to see the truth come out. Now this happens, I'm telling you, the rest of the year is what? Yeah, so many things come to light. So the government lies, they are going to start coming out more and more. People who have been, human trafficking, the child trafficking, like so many different things are going to be coming to light and who's involved, like the Jeffrey Epstein thing and all the cover-ups. And then also it's even more so like the actors strike. Obviously we're in all this Leo energy. The actors are going to be on strike for probably a longer period of time because that's the retrograde. So it's just about getting good with the new normal because nothing is going to be as it is, right? So there's going to be a lot of shakeups and change, and that's what Uranus going retrograde is going to really make it happen even more so. Like you want to be blind to it, you can't. You can't be blind anymore. Last but not least, the 30th/31st is the super blue full moon in Pisces, 7 degrees. This is a wrap up of stories. This is super sensitive. It's emotional. It is intuitive. It's your insight. It's your connection with spirit, ghost, the other side, coming to light, coming out of hiding. So your own secrets are going to be coming out of hiding as well. And your subconscious is going to be being highlighted. Things that you've been denying yourself or like ignoring or just pretending isn't there, how you feel. You can't hide from these feelings. Pisces gets you in the depth. They are literally every zodiac sign wrapped into one. It's the last of the zodiacs, and it has everybody's energy wrapped into it. So everyone's going to be affected. And how does this happen? Literally once in a blue moon. Like just how everything is aligning for this month. So it's setting the tone for what September has. Now there might be big secrets coming out at this time, big change-ups, big endings. Obviously there can be a lot of shifts from living to not living as well, but I think the theme gets bigger as we hit September. But we might start seeing a peak of this. It's really like a karmic cleansing, like your subconscious, your soul, it's letting things go, it's releasing, it's healing. It's big. So whatever you've been holding on to, whatever cycles you've been going through, this is like you can't hide from it anymore. It's being highlighted, illuminated, blown up by this full super moon, blue moon in Pisces, 7 degrees. So it's time to do some reflection, some internal work. Again, this isn't a time to like start anything new. It's just getting ideas going, doing the little details. If you want to start a business, don't do it yet, but get the website running, like up and running behind the scenes. Don't put it out there. Make your contacts. Don't, again, it's not being flashy, right? We're retrograding in Leo. It's being like you're doing things on your own. And you'll be seen when the time comes, which is more towards, I'd say, the end of October. When things start to like mellow out a little bit. I don't even know though. I feel like the rest of this year we're gonna see a lot of big themes. So whatever is meant to like come out, it's foreshadowing for what the rest of 2023 has in store, if that makes sense. So I am sending you so much love. Thank you for allowing me to go through the month with you. It's been an honor as always. And if you need a one-on-one or need some guidance, you can always go to retreatyourselfgoddess@gmail.com and send me over a message and we will get connected. But until next time, bye for now.